We're going to look at SAT practice test 1. We're going to look at the section 4, and the focus on this video is the free response. So that will be questions 31 through 38. Question 31. Wyatt can husk at least 12 dozen ears of corn per hour and at most 18 dozen ears of corn per hour. Based on the information, what is the possible amount of time in hours that it could take Wyatt to husk 72 ears of corn? So let's look at the range. The range is 12 dozen per hour, and we have 18 dozen per hour. We have 72 dozen, so we want to find out how many hours it will take. That will be 72 divided by 12, so that will be 6 hours. And here, 72 divided by 18 is going to give us 4 hours. So he's going to require between 4 and 6 hours. So any one of these numbers should work: 4, 5, or 6. Number 32, the posted weight limit for a covered wooden bridge in Pennsylvania is 6,000 pounds. A delivery truck that is carrying X identical boxes, each weighing 14 pounds, will pass over the bridge if the combined weight of the empty truck and its driver is 4,500 pounds. What is the maximum possible value for X that will keep the combined weight of the truck driver below the posted weight limit? So the maximum we can deal with is 6,000 pounds. And we have X identical boxes, each weighing 14 pounds. And we have an empty truck with the driver weighing 4,500 pounds. So the empty truck weighs 4,500 pounds. So how can we determine the weight of the truck is going to be the empty weight plus the weight of items or weight of boxes. Okay. So here's what we have. Empty weight is 4,500 pounds plus the weight of boxes. We have X boxes, but each one weighs 14 pounds. This is going to give us the maximum weight. Okay, I can put right here max weight. Okay, now we're going to solve for X. So let's take out 4,500 from here, and we take it out right here. So 14x is equal to 1,500. We divide by 14, divide by 14. So X is going to give us 107.14. So it says we want to keep, let's see what the question says. It says, what is the maximum possible value for X that will keep the combined weight of the truck driver and boxes below the bridge's posted weight limit? So we're going to end up with the floor of this is going to be 107. Number 33. This is a graph that shows the portable media player sold in 2008, rather from 2006 to 2011. So the question is asking, according to the graph above, the number of portable media players sold in 2008 is what fraction of the number sold in 2011? So let's see how many are sold in 2008. 2008 we have 100. 2011 we have 160. So it says the number of portable media players sold in 2008 is what fraction of the number sold in 2011. So all this means is what fraction of the number in 2011 is the number in 2008. So if you simplify this, you get 5 out of 8. And if you want to convert it to decimal, let's do that quickly. 580 point, we'll put a 0 here. 50 divided by 8, we get 6. 6 times 8 is 48. We subtract here and then we get 2. And so we bring another 0 down. So 20 divided by 8 gives us 2. 2 times 8, we have 16. And then we have 4, and then we can bring down another 0. 40 divided by 8, we have 5. So 5 times 8 is 40. We have a remainder of 0. So you can have 5 over 8 or 0.625. Number 34. A local television station sells time slots for programs in 30-minute intervals. If the station operates 24 hours a day, every day of the week, what is the total number of 30-minute time slots the station can sell for Tuesday and Wednesday? So Tuesday and Wednesday, each day has 24 hours. So Tuesday and Wednesday or Wednesday should give us 48 hours. So what's happening here is we have 30-minute intervals. So we have every time slot is 0.5 of an hour or 1/2 of an hour or 30 minutes. So you have lots of options here. One option is you can work with hours or you can work with minutes. For most students, it's easier to work with minutes. So let's convert 48 hours to minutes. So we have 48 multiplied by 60. This is total number of minutes. Total number of minutes. And we have 30-minute intervals. And now we're trying to find out how many different slots exist. So we have 48 times 60 divided by 30. This crosses out, we have 2. 48 times 2 is 96. So we have 96 different slots that are available. So a dairy farmer uses a storage silo that is in the shape of a right circular cylinder above. If the volume of the silo is 72 cubic yards, what is the diameter of the base? Okay, so the volume is area of base multiplied by the height. We have the volume here is 72 pi, so area of base is usually identified with B, and the height is 8. So the area of the base, let's divide both sides by 8. So the area of base is equal to 9 pi. So area of base, we have a circular base, so that's going to be pi r squared equal to 9 pi. So we cross pi out from both sides, so r squared is equal to 9. And we're going to find the square root of both sides. We have r equal to 3. But our question is asking for diameter, so diameter is 2 times r, which is 2 times 3, and that gives us 6 yards. Number 36. For what value of x is the function h above undefined? Now this is an interesting question. You have two different ways we can look at it. For this function to be undefined, x minus 5 squared plus 4x minus 5 plus 4 must be equal to 0. So we need to find out the different we need to find out the values of x that would make the function that is written here equal to 0. So we can look at this here and see this as something. There is a form that is good to know, which is a plus or minus b squared equal to a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared. If we look at this, I can see that there's x minus 5 here, there's a 4 here, there's a x minus 5 squared here. So I can see perfect squares. So I can look at this as x minus 5 plus 2 squared. So that's going to give us x minus 3 squared. This is equal to 0, equal to 0. So x minus 3 equal to 0, therefore x equal to 3. That is one way to look at it. The other way, which is really long and I would recommend against it, except you're really fast at it, but it will take some time, is to simplify these expression completely, and that would give you x minus 5 squared is x squared minus 10x plus 25. Then we have plus 4x minus 20 plus 4 equal to 0. So this is going to give us, let's group common terms, x squared minus 10x plus 4x plus 25 minus 20 plus 4 equal to 0. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. Now when we factor this, we have x minus 3 squared equal to 0. So x minus 3 equal to 0. We add 3 on both sides. So x equal to 3. So either way you get the same. This is just quicker than this other method. So x equal to 3. Number 37, Jessica opened a bank account that earns 2% interest compounded annually. Her initial deposit was $100 and she uses the expression, let's call this a equal to 100x to the power of t, to find the value of the account after t years. What is the value of x for at least x in this expression? So when we're dealing with compound interest, this is the way it goes. A equal to P1 plus R to the power of n. So x is 1 plus R. X is equal to 1 plus R, which is 1 plus 2% is the same as 0.02. So we have 1.02. So x is equal to 1.02. Number 38. Using the same information, Jessica's friend Tyshawn found an account that earns 2.5% compounded annually. Tyshawn made an initial deposit of $100 into this account. At the same time, Jessica made a deposit of $100 into her account. After 10 years, how much more money will Tyshawn's initial deposit have earned than Jessica's? So let's look at Jessica and then we'll look at Tyshawn. Jessica has, before we do that, let's identify that the amount here is going to be principal 1 plus R to the power of n. So we look at Jessica and then we also look at Tyshawn here. So Jessica, her amount is going to be, principal is 100, her x is going to be 1.02 to the power of 10, and for Tyshawn is going to be, amount is 100, and then 1.025 to the power of 10. So let's look for the values there. Here you would need your calculator. So for Jessica, we have the amount is going to be 121.90. And for Tyshawn, we're going to have the amount is $128.01. So now the question is asking, after 10 years, how much more money will Tyshawn's initial deposit have earned than Jessica's initial deposit? So the original for her was 100. So let's look at the interest here is going to be 121.90 minus 100. So that's going to give us $21.90. And here we have 128.01 minus 100. That's going to give us 28.01. So let's look for the difference. This is in dollars. The difference here is 28.01 minus 21.90. So this is going to give us 1. So we have $6.11 as Tyshawn's. Tyshawn has earned $6.11 more than Jessica by getting a 2.5% interest.